And what's going on? This is Mac. I'm going to be showing you my pinball build. Let's start with the scripts. This is the level button manager. This is where I put the restart button. There's a button on the canvas that allows the player to reload the scene. This is my score script. This is where I keep track of the UGI or GUI and the scores that you create from the ball colliding with the bumpers on the level. This is the ball script. I now have learned a little bit more about object-oriented programming, so I won't be making this mistake anymore. But on this script here, I have a lot of the collisions for those scripts come from the ball script itself, which is attached to the ball. It hasn't created any errors, but in a much larger game, I can see where this could make a few problems. This is the respawn script. There's a respawn trigger at the very bottom of the level. If the ball falls through, of course, the ball will respawn. I have a respawn point as well, which is back in the chute for the plunger. Speaking of which, this is the plunger script. I had a lot of fun with this, but it actually gave me the most amount of most problems. I just had to really figure out a lot of it on my own, but it works well. For the most part anyway. And of course the flipper script, I was going to go with something a little more solid, more typical pinball feel to it, something like Space Cadet, but instead I wanted to go a little more wacky, so the flippers will have a little more elasticity to them. And from there we'll go to the actual game itself in Unity. We're going to go ahead and just press play. I don't need to go through everything in the hierarchy. I mean, that's just a lot of information. But of course, you'll see I have flippers, I have a ball, I have a chute, I have a plunger here. Each of these bumpers has a bounce material to it, which launches it off of it. These walls are just barriers. I created that perfectly sloped thing there using a clever calculation and just a bunch of flat cubes. But let's go ahead and press play. A lot of the sounds you're going to hear are going to be laser fire and lightsaber sounds. The lightsaber sound is actually something that I made myself. You can see on the left side you have space to charge, Z for left flipper, slash for right flipper, and of course the score's found on the right side of the screen, you goober. You let go of space to fire the ball off. Everything makes sounds. It's fun. You can see the scores rising. I lost. Hold on space. Sorry, I'm pretty bad. I will use a less annoying sound in the future. I guarantee it.